Hey Star Citizen Van, this is Goliath here from Renegade Squadron. To continue our ship series, I would like to cover Anvil's premier light fighter, the Arrow. So what is CIG's take on the Anvil Arrow? Meet Anvil's light fighter of the future, featuring an ultra aerodynamic frame, slight profile, and the most advanced maneuvering thruster tech available. It's the most agile ship in its class. It can also hold its own against a knockdown, drag out, thanks to its generous standard weapons package that includes squad missile racks, a full complement of countermeasures. The Arrow is specifically designed to leave would-be interlopers thoroughly bewildered. After all, how can they kill what they can't catch? If you're interested in buying an Anvil Arrow, check out the link in the description. So you're probably wondering what the best way to fit out your Anvil Arrow is. Well, I'll show you. For PvP, we want to go ahead and swap out the guns for ballistic repeaters. This is going to essentially allow us to lay down damage via shield penetration and not really overheat, because these guns just take forever to overheat. They're essentially a great way to apply damage and keep it there. Next, we've got our JS300 power plant. This is going to provide us plenty of power, but also provide us a quick reboot time in the event of an EMP. Next, we've got our Guardian shield, and what makes this shield so strong is that it's got very high HP, second highest HP to be exact, for size 1, and it's got a very quick damage regen delay of 3.3 seconds. This is huge for a light fighter that can get in there, take some hits, bounce out when the shields get low, and then come back. Next, we've got the light fighter quantum drive. This essentially gives us plenty of range, so we don't have to constantly be going to rest stops. But if you wanted to essentially tackle a target that was very close, kind of in that, like around Crusader, for example, you could equip a siren. Next, our coolers we swapped to is our Ultra Flows. These have the best cooling in the game. And as you can see, we've got 1062 DPS, plenty of missile damage, 75, 68, 60 HP of shields, and we are power and cooling stable. So we're going to go ahead and swap to our PvE build. And as you can see, for our PvE build, we have swapped out the guns for the neutron repeaters. And as you can see, our DPS has gone up about 100 DPS. And the rest of our build is pretty much the same. We got the JS300, our Guardian, our Lightfire, and our Ultraflow coolers. Now, the one thing that is really important about this build is if you do engage a target in PvP, just be aware you're not going to be able to hit them as well as you can with the ballistic repeaters. But if they're a bigger target like a medium fighter, you should have no problem. So this kind of concludes our Anvil Arrow build for 3.9. In this upcoming match, I'm fighting against the Gladius, and it looks like it's Lycostar, who is one of the best pilots in the entire game right now. And he's in a Gladius, I'm in an Arrow. And the Gladius has got 2 shields, the Arrow only has 1. And I've got about 100 more DPS than he does, and a little bit more higher turn rate. So I'm going to try and use that to my advantage. So I'm pushing in, and he's doing his hardest trying to keep me in front of him. I'm pushing really hard, backing up when he won't let me push, pushing back in, trying to get an angle on him. And I get a little bit of an angle, trying to force those merge passes. Again, with a light fighter like that, it's very difficult. I'm able to get some hits on him, trying to dodge as many shots as possible, really trying to push in. I'm crushing his shield, he's knocked mine out, and we're really kind of a race towards the end. And I'm just laying on him, and I'm nailing him. In this next engagement, I've locked up Jolly, and we're going at it. He's in a Gladius, I'm in an Arrow again, and this time I'm pushing in, trying to mitigate as much damage as possible, pushing in, and it looks like I lost him with my merge pass, but I reacquire him really quickly. Again, pushing in, trying to dodge those shots, and because I'm pushing forward so hard, I'm starting to feel the effects of the G-forces taking its toll on me. Again, keeping that pushing, dodging shots, trying to protect my left side. As you can see, it's starting to get hit pretty bad, and I'm pushing repeatedly. And it looks like I've almost got his shield down. My shield's still doing pretty good. Again, just pushing in. Looks like he's backing up a lot there. Okay, now he's pushing in, and I managed to defeat him. In this next fight, I'm going against a Saber Pilot. Now this one is known for particularly kiting backwards with reverse strafe. A lot of Saber Pilots will tend to push in occasionally if it presents himself. This one likes to just back strafe a lot. So I'm pushing in really hard and trying to dodge some shots with some rolls. Again, fighting for that position. I push on him and I get that merge pass a little bit, get some free shots. Again, pushing in, getting his profile, landing that damage, and again pushing in, trying to hit his weak side. And he's just doing such a hard kite. You know, you can definitely see it's a little difficult even for some of the best pilots to deal with that. Hopefully CIG fixes that here in the next flight model. We'll have to see what they come up with. And again, pushing in, trying to get him to push in back. He's not, so I end up sort of back strafing a little bit because it looks like he doesn't want to push, so neither will I. He comes back in it at me, exactly what I want, and now I've got him pinned against the boundary so where he can't back strafe, and I'm just nailing him. And as you can see, his front shield is melting and he can't do anything because he's pinned against the wall, and I'm going to finish him off here. And he's hurt, looks like he's trying to run a little bit, again pushing back in on him, and he is toast, and he should be melting here shortly now that he can't kite himself away from the boundary, and he pops. If you're interested in learning more about Renegade Squadron, check us out on our website at renegadesquadron.org. And if you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Renegade Squadron signing off.